Hey guys, Joste here, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, I have a brand new TV by Samsung. This is the Samsung QN900B. So this is an 8K TV. I actually never had the pleasure to use or play on an 8K TV until now. So I'm really excited for this. I'm going to connect my Xbox Series X and also my PlayStation 5 and show you some gaming and to see if it's actually worth buying an 8K TV this year 2022. So welcome to the channel. Be sure to like and subscribe. I'm Joster and let's do this. This video is brought to you by the new Burst Pro Air mouse by Roccat, featuring Titan Switch optical, heat-treated lights, lightweight comfort and performance, and stellar wireless technology for uninterrupted gameplay. Check out the link in the description for more info. Alright, so I connected my Xbox Series X, and before I go into any game, let's go into the settings, right? I'm going to show you all the settings that we have here. So resolution, we have up to 4K, and we also have 1440p. Now, even though this TV is up to 8K, but consoles are able to just play until 4K resolutions. Over here, refresh rate, we have 120 Hz and 60 Hz available. I'm going to be using 120 Hz. 4K TV details, pretty much all the green check marks except for Dolby Vision, because we all know Dolby Vision is not supported on Samsung TVs. But let me tell you guys, even though Samsung TVs do not support Dolby Vision, HDR performance is one of the best I've seen so far. Over here in general video modes, we have almost everything selected: auto HDR, auto low game latency mode, variable refresh rate. So this TV does support FreeSync Premium. So yes, let's get into a game. Okay, I'm about to play Fortune's Keep. This is the new map Resurgence solos right here on Warzone. But before I do that, if you press the play on the remote controller from the TV, you get access to this game bar, which gives you a little bit more options. For example, game picture mode, I have this one on standard. You can change from different presets already, but I like the standard one. Honestly, I do not see any difference when I change to them, and I've seen this before. Over here we have the sound. Right at the bottom, you guys can see the FPS, which is 120. It'll keep fluctuating throughout the gameplay. And then HDR is on, and then VRR or FreeSync is on. Let me just get my loadout. We're going to get this one. And over here we have a help guide, and then we have game settings, which you can access more of the game settings. Right now I'm just going to focus on some gameplay because this new map looks fantastic. I like it a lot. There's a lot of places that you can go around. There's a lot of people that you can kill. Many opportunities to come. So let's do some gameplay on this one. Let's go. Okay, so first of all, this picture looks fantastic. It's very bright. It's very common from what I've seen on other Samsung TVs so far. I have reviewed the QN900B and also the Samsung OLED TV, and they're just bright. That's what I like about Samsung TVs. So if you're looking for brightness, my God, this is the way to go. There's no doubt about that. Now, when it comes down to 8K resolution, well, honestly, I don't see any difference. Although these TVs are supposed to upscale lower resolution. For example, right here in this case, it's supposed to be upscaling 4K to 8K. But I personally do not see any difference on that. So I don't know, maybe with time I will get used to it. I'm thinking about doing a side-by-side comparison with my C1 Oled, which is 4K, to see if I just see any difference, because I want to see a noticeable difference, you know, that's what I want. Alright, so now I'm going to be playing Ori and the Will of the Wisps, because this game, believe it or not, but there's an option here that you can actually play at 6K, well, 4K 120 frames per second, or Super Sample at 6K 60 frames per second. So I'm going to choose this mode, and let's see how it feels. Now, so far what I've noticed is that the game is kind of dark, but my goodness, the highlights on HDR, they're fantastic. They look so bright that maybe right here on my camera might be clipping, but they're very bright. and look really good. That's what I like about Samsung TV. It's just like everything looks so nice and bright. Look at this, very colorful as well. Oh shoot, oh man, I haven't played this game in a while and kind of forgot the controllers. So lately I've been playing Assassin's Creed Origins, which is one of my favorite Assassin's Creed, and it received a new update for next gen update, and my god, this game looks fantastic. Look at this, absolutely stunning. And well, HDR performance on this game was always like one of my favorite ones, and I can't deny it. Like, it looks fantastic with this TV, very very bright. Let's do some gameplay here. I'm going to take a... Oh, what? I was gonna kill him. But anyways, guys, this is Assassin's Creed Origins, and it looks just fantastic. Let's switch to another game, shall we? Let's do this. Alright, so now let's jump into the PlayStation 5. Before we jump into any game, let's go into the settings just to real quick. Let's see how everything is supported. Screen and video, here video output, and then we have 4K resolution, automatic, VRR is in automatic, HDR is always on, and then 120 Hz is also supported. Remember, this TV does support 4K 120 Hz. Actually, all of the 4 HDMI ports are 2.1. So let's go into video output information, and we have all the information right here. VRR is supported from 48 Hz up to 120 Hz. And as a matter of fact, I am playing right now. Let's go see Spider-Man. Yes, and it's right here. It's already selected, and it looks really nice. What I like about Samsung TVs is that all the gaming features work, and they just performance-wise, is really good when it comes down to gaming, input lag, and of course HDR looks bright, really bright. That's what I like about it. Let's go into the game bar right here, and as you guys can see at the bottom, FPS is around 80, 84, 83, HDR is on, and VRR is on. So yes, you don't need to have FreeSync Premium, even though this TV does support FreeSync Premium, but it also supports VRR via HDMI. So if you are worried about that, do not worry, because this Samsung TVs does support HDMI VRR with no issues whatsoever. Another fantastic game right here on the PlayStation is, of course, Horizon Forbidden West. I have been playing this game, and it's just amazing the way it looks. And if you are looking for highlights, if you prefer HDR performance to be one of the top best, this TV is no doubt that you're gonna love it. Look at this. Freaking looks amazing. Alright guys, I'm going to show you some of the gaming settings that I'm using here on this TV, which are very similar to any 4K Samsung TV. So let's press play and hold the play button on the remote control. So right here on the input lag, we have the fastest mode. We also have faster and fast. I'm using fastest because you have the lowest input lag possible, but if you want to use other feature like Game Motion Plus, you're gonna have to change that. I'll show you just in a little bit. Here, game picture mode is a standard mode. Honestly, I do not see any difference when I switch to different presets, but well, I'm using standard. Right here, nothing, sound, TV speakers. By the way, the TV speakers on this TV are sound very good, very clear, loud and clear. Let's go into the game settings. Oh, before I continue, the FPS at 60 FPS, HDR is on, and there is no VRR support on this game. So hopefully we'll get VRR support in the future. Right here we have game mode settings. So game mode is an automatic, surround sound is on, dynamic black equalizer, I don't mess around with this one. Game Motion Plus settings, this is what I was talking about. If you choose the fastest mode, you can't use this, but if you want to use Game Motion Plus, which is a mixture of game mode and motion interpolation. This is good for games that are locked at 30 FPS if you want to have more smoother gameplay. But in this case, I'm using performance mode on Horizon Forbidden West, so I'm not going to mess around with Game Motion Plus, but it's a really good option from Samsung TVs. Now over here, HDR tone mapping, HDR10 Plus gaming. I'm using this on. I do notice a difference. When I turn it off, I feel like the picture gets brighter, but also the colors look a little washed out. I lose some shadow details, but when I turn this game HDR on, I feel like it looks much better. I don't know if you guys can see that difference in the background. It gets a little bit darker, but my god, shadow details are just so much better when I'm using HDR tone mapping. So that's the option that I'm using, and these are my own personal options. Okay, so let's go into expert settings real quick. Brightness is all the way up, contrast all the way up. I eliminate sharpness. Color is at 30. These are very similar when I review the QN900B, also the OLED from Samsung. These settings are very similar. Local dimming is on high. Contrast enhancer, I really like contrast enhancer on high. Look at the difference. So when I turn it off, the picture does get a little bit dimmer. When I switch on low, it gets a little bit better, but I notice that the colors get a little bit washed out. But when I'm using in high, everything is just looks so much better, especially colors. They look a little bit more saturated, so that's why I like it in high. Over here, let's go into color tone. I'm using 1.1. Gamma, shadow details 0. Color space, this also notice made a huge difference. When I'm using automatic, everything looks just so pale. So I just don't like it. I don't like the colors. They look a little faded. When I'm using native, oh my god, it looks so much better. Just colorful. It just overall, but oh my god, hold on. So yeah, I'm using native. Oh my god, who's attacking me? Let's just get out of here. The hell was that? He just ran away. But maybe it could be that bird over there. But anyways, guys, look at this. Looks absolutely amazing. Those are the settings that I'm using. Just keep in mind that those are my personal settings, and I'm pretty sure that they do work on 4K Samsung TVs as well. So yes, highly recommended. Whoopa. Gaming on 8K TV, honestly, it's very similar to a 4K TV. I do not notice any significant difference or advantage from 8K over 4K. So in my personal point of view, I haven't seen any noticeable difference to pay anything extra. Maybe in the future when they start to come out with 8K or high resolution games, maybe that's when we'll start noticing or taking full advantage of 8K TVs. But personally, I wouldn't spend extra money on an 8K TV because I do not see any difference at all. So that's my take on that. If you have an 8K TV and maybe your settings are different, let me know in the comments below. Anything that might be able to help, or just your suggestion, or what are your thoughts about 8K TVs and gaming. Thank you so much for stopping by, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and guess we'll see you guys soon. What the hell? It takes forever to